Alright, today we're going to be talking about something a little different, something I think is interesting. So instead of just looking at who the most powerful heroes are, let's look at who the physically strongest heroes are. Because while these heroes are powerful in their own right, some of them are absurdly physically strong, which isn't really common amongst humans, I'll say, in the world of One Punch Man. Now, of course, monsters are super friggin' powerful. That's just something that happens when you transform into a monster, regardless of your disaster level. But humans, on the other hand, don't seem to particularly get that strong. I mean, for this universe, at least. I mean, we know that, like, all of the A-class heroes are at least stronger than a bear, so that's pretty powerful, but we know that the S-class heroes take that to the next level. And then there's even some S-class heroes who go above that and just have, like, straight-up superhero strength. So I want to take a look at them in this video. So I'm mainly ranking these guys off of significant feats of physical strength. Now, of course, all of the S-class heroes are rather strong, like I said, and they have shown that they can punch monsters really far, like Genos on Deep Sea King. And guys like Watchdog Man could just easily tear through monsters like it's nothing. But they don't really show the type of physical strength that the other heroes on this list do. So that's why I just really wanted to spotlight them. Number 5, Puri Prisoner. So yeah, he's gigantic and really buff, but that doesn't really mean that you're going to have overwhelming strength in the world of One Punch Man. I mean, there's plenty of heroes who are big and buff, but they don't really have quite the level of strength of Puri Prisoner, and that's why he is large in part an S-class hero. I mean, he can easily bust through the prison walls at Smelly Lid Prison. I mean, this is such an impressive feat of power that it even impressed Sonic, who said that he showed levels of strength even more than that of Hammerhead in the organizational power suit, which essentially made him strong enough to bust buildings. So I guess this means Puri Prisoner can bust a building. I mean, if he is an S-class hero, that means he's at least demon level, and we saw demons like Deep Sea King could bust buildings, so I guess Puri Prisoner could too, although he hasn't really shown that. But, I mean, also he could destroy demon-level monsters, like, to smithereens with just his punches. So that's also showing us that he's rather physically strong. Number 4, Tank Top Master. So, yep, another big buff guy, but this is, like, Tank Top Master's thing. Like, physical strength is, like, his main power, I guess. This is, like, what makes him an S-class hero. And also, he has one of the most impressive feats of physical strength in the series. I mean, we all remember back in the first season of One Punch Man when he just picks up that gigantic piece of building, rubble, whatever the hell it is, and chucks it at Boros' ship. Not many heroes or just characters in general have shown that level of strength. Certainly not Puri Prisoner, in my opinion. So this is why I'm putting Tank Top Master at 4. He doesn't really show any other feats. I mean, he hardly gets a lot of time in this series at all, but he's also, like, destroyed the ground with a strike in his fight against Garo. That's pretty impressive. And also, he was able to blast that Joffrey monster in the hospital, like, through the wall pretty effortlessly. So, I mean, just based off of all of this, I think it is shown that Tank Top Master is one of the stronger, at least from a physical aspect, S-class heroes. Number 3, Metal Bat. So, at his base, I suppose he isn't as physically strong as Tank Top Master or Puri Prisoner, although it could be debated. But once he gets pumped up, I think he becomes stronger than them. I mean, let's put it on the table. He was able to stop a charging Elder Centipede in its tracks from swinging his bat at it. And let's remember that Elder Centipede is a high dragon close to the size of a frigging city. And I really don't think Tank Top Master or Puri Prisoner would be able to replicate this feat. Also, Metal Bat can destroy the ground similar to Tank Top Master, but his goes above that, I suppose, because he's sending shockwaves up buildings that are like cracking them, and cars are like bouncing like basketballs. And also, he got to the point of where one strike from his bat would have killed Garo, and I for sure don't think Tank Top Master could do this because he really couldn't do much with his strikes against Garo in their fight, and I suppose that means Puri Prisoner either. Number 2, Amai Mask. So this one might be a little controversial, but I really do think Amai Mask could potentially be the second physically strongest hero, at least based off of the feats of strength that we have seen from everyone. I mean, let's remember Chapter 94, Amai Mask casually one-handed lifted that huge piece of building debris. And this is comparable to what we saw from Tank Top Master earlier in the series, like what I was talking about when he hucked that piece of whatever at Boros' ship. But it just seems like this was way easier for a My Mask to do than Tank Top Master. I mean, it could be debated. It just really seems that way. Also, like, he just sprinted, essentially, through Super S and Narinki's private squad wearing the organizational power suits, and they, like, exploded from this. And they're all pretty powerful. I mean, like we talked before, like one of the suits that Hammerhead was wearing made him similar to like a building busting strength. So a My Mask is just destroying all these guys just simply like through running through them. At least that's what it was implied. This is like insane levels of physical strength that we are seeing here, in my opinion. I mean, Puri Prisoner, like I said, he can bust apart demon level monsters with a barrage of punches. But just a My Mask running through these guys seems to be taking that to the next level. Number 1, you guessed it, Super Ally Darkshine. I mean, come on, guys. He's definitely the strongest. I mean, other than his feats that we've seen in the manga so far, it's heavily implied that he is. I mean, like Chapter 94, where we saw, just like what we're talking about with a My Mask, he just put that to shame when he was just like touching monsters. They were exploding, running through them, even way more casually than what we saw My Mask do to Narinki's private squad. It was also said by Murata that the monster that Puri Prisoner defeats in Chapter 94, which is allegedly as strong as Deep Sea King, would be destroyed by Darkshine with just a simple touch. Like, yeah, he's that powerful. But also, we saw him pick up a damn train car as if it was like a baseball bat or something. I think that right there is probably the most impressive feat of physical strength from a hero that we have seen in the series. I mean, come on, Darkshine is like, wow. So that's pretty much it for the video today, guys. And like I said, I'm just going off of the feats that we have seen. I'm sure that like Silver Fang is stronger than maybe even all of them except Darkshine, but he hasn't really shown that he is. I mean, Pig God could be too. I mean, like I said, Watchdog Man, maybe even Flashy Flash. But I'm just going off of the, the feats that we have actually seen. But I mean, come on, Darkshine number 1. I mean, of course, it's debatable if a My Mask is stronger than Metal Bat, but this is just how I see things, at least currently. So let me know what you think in the comments. Who do you think is the strongest? I'm sure you think Metal Bat should be number 1, because I know Metal Bat gets a lot of love around here, and that's fine. But, just let me know what you think. And if you haven't already, please subscribe as well. I also have a Patreon. It gives you access to a Discord and a Q&A video that I do on this channel every week. And have a great day, everyone. I'll see you in the next one.